Hi, it's Elise here at Bowman Library with a whole new teen book spotlight. So for this week, we are taking some inspiration from some songs. Our theme for this week, we are taking a look at books that share the same titles as song titles. So there's a great mixture in here. It's amazing when you actually start thinking about books that share the same titles or even sometimes the lyrics as songs. It's amazing how many actually start popping into your mind. And then if you're anyone like me, you actually kind of start, then you have that song just stuck in your head until you think of something else. So we have 6 books right here with us that we are going to take a look at share the same titles with songs. So let's get started. Our first one is Somewhere Only We Know. And this is kind of a music themed book too. So it kind of works out on both sides. So this is all about Lucky. She's the biggest K-pop singer on the planet at this moment, and all she really wants to do is just leave her hotel anonymously. Like, she doesn't want the paparazzi following her. Like, she just wants to go and just be a normal person. She wants to leave the hotel. She just wants to go get a hamburger, and she, again, doesn't want anyone to know it is. And so naturally, there's this guy named Jack. He's part-time paparazzi, and he's sneaking into the hotel because he wants to try to find Lucky to get the shot that he knows is going to make him some money. And naturally, who does he see trying to sneak out of the hotel? But Lucky. All she is wearing sneakers, she has her comfy clothes on, and he decides he's going to follow along. He's going to start tagging along. And from there, a series of events that take place that will change both of their lives in just one night. So this is told in both of their points of view, so you get Lucky's as well as Jack's. And if you are looking for a fun-filled, like, adventure night, K-pop romance with a twist, this is the one for you. This is Somewhere Only We Know. Our next one is You Should See Me in a Crown. So it's her senior year and Liz Lighty has it all planned out. She's going to get independence in college and she's going to study pre-med there. Plus she's going to be in their prestigious orchestra. But things soon change when she finds out she gets in, but she did not win the scholarship that she needs in order to be able to afford to attend this college. And she's devastated. Doesn't know what she's going to do. This is how it was supposed to be, how it was supposed to work out, and it didn't. So the only thing that she decides that's going to save her, that's going to be able to make her able financially to go to this school, is that she's going to do the one thing that she does not want to do. She is going to enter the competition for her high school prom queen. Because at her school, it is a huge deal. It is such a huge deal that it comes with $10,000 if you win. Completely out of her league, she recruits friends and family members to help her through this transformative journey, which changes her both inside and out. And Liz starts to realize who she really is as an individual. This realistic book goes so much deeper than what you think it's going to be. You think it's just going to be, someone running for prom queen. It isn't. So much deeper. You will fall in love with Liz and her family. You'll be cheering for her every step of the way. This is You Should See Me in a Crown. Carry on. So Simon Snow is a student at the Watford School of Magic, where he finds himself with his best friend, his roommate who is also his nemesis, and now his ex-girlfriend. And on top of all that, on top of the drama, on top of him trying to get along with everyone, magic is starting to disappear from areas in England, and that's where the school is. And the problem with that is not only is magic disappearing, but when the magic disappears from these areas, these pockets, these empty pockets of air are there because magic's not there anymore, and any magician who's in the vicinity of these pockets will lose their powers. They'll be completely disabled. Now, Simon is the most powerful mage that's come across in centuries, and he knows he's going to play a role in whatever's going on, and he thinks he knows who's behind it, but he's not entirely sure. And as he starts to uncover this mystery and these secrets, he starts to learn things about himself, his role as a mage, his magic, even about things about his nemesis roommate named Baz, who might very possibly be a vampire, and he starts to question everything he knows about good versus evil. This is the first in the Simon Snow trilogy. This is filled with fantasy, mystery, there's even some romance in it, and you'll want to check out the next one as soon as you get done with this one, because you're going to want to know what goes on next. Now, the trilogy is completed. The third one just came out a couple months ago, so this is Carry On. Our next one is The Way You Make Me Feel. So Clara is 16 years old and she loves life and is all about trying to make the ultimate pranks. Like she and her friends get in these prank wars and she has to always try to one-up the other one. Now, when one of these pranks go too far though, it goes epically wrong, and she finds herself in massive trouble, her father steps in and he forces her to spend her entire summer working in his food truck. Instead of going on the vacations and spending time with her friends, she's going to be stuck working in this hot food truck. And then, if that wasn't bad enough, the one person she's going to be spending all this time with in this food truck, in this tiny truck, is her arch enemy, Rose. Now, things do not get off to a great start, but soon the two girls start to realize they actually have more in common than what they think, and they actually start to see each other as friends, especially as they're spending so much time together in these tight, cramped quarters. This amazing, humorous summer story is filled with friendship, family. There's even a little bit of romance in it, and it is such a fun read. This is The Way You Make Me Feel. Across the universe. So Amy and her parents have been cryogenically frozen, and they are placed on this spaceship where they will be on board for the next 300 years asleep as they travel to this new planet in which they're going to help colonize. Now, Amy's parents are part of the lead group, like they're going to be the leaders of this colony. And as things are going according to plan, things abruptly get off course because there's this problem that happens. And it's when Amy awakens 50 years earlier than what she is supposed to. And her parents are still frozen, and she finds herself awake on this ship that is filled with the rest of this crew that's been awake. You know, there have been people living on the ship. They have to keep things running. They have their own government. They have their own economic system. And something is really off. As she starts to figure out what exactly is going on, why people on the board seem so different. They kind of are like mindless drones to an extent. She meets this boy named Elder, and his dad is currently in charge of the ship. He's being groomed to take over that role. And when they meet, they both start to realize that not everything is as it seems. And they start to uncover lies, secrets, and a possible murder mystery, which is part of the reason why Amy was awoken, because she's not even supposed to be alive at this moment. So this is the first in an action-packed science fiction trilogy that takes place in outer space. You'll be along with Amy and Elder on this fast-paced journey as they're trying to figure out what is actually going on board the ship and what is actually at play. And is there in fact a murderer on board this spaceship? I mean, think about that. There's finite places you can go, and who knows what type of contact you're going to have. This is across the universe. And our last one for this week is Since You've Been Gone. So Emily doesn't know what has happened when her bubbly and energetic friend Sloane just disappears. Doesn't say goodbye, just disappears. Feeling like lost one day though, a letter for Emily shows up from Sloane with a list of 13 random tasks that she wants Emily to complete over her summer. Now, hoping that the list will lead to clues as to where Sloane is, Emily decides she's going to complete each task. Maybe as she completes each task, she'll get a clue, she'll start to figure out what is actually going on with her best friend. This list then leads her to make new friends, gaining confidence, come out of her shell, and find a new crush. As the summer continues, Emily progresses with this list, but she ends up being nowhere closer to finding out what happened to her best friend. This romantic, realistic fiction about finding yourself with the help of your friends also has some mystery in it as you are trying to, along with Emily, trying to figure out what happened with her best friend Sloane, because you have no idea either as the reader. So you're going to be trying to piece all of this together. This is Since You've Been Gone. So these are just some of the books that we have here at the library that have the same title as a song title, which is amazing. Maybe now you have one of them stuck in your head. I never know. But I encourage you to come out, check out one of these, or we have other books, believe it or not, that share their title with a song title as well. And we will be glad to help you find either one of those books or whatever book you're feeling to read right now. I hope you tune back next week. We have a whole new Teen Book Spotlight, and I hope you have a great week.